You don't need a perfect quality stream. It doesn't need to be awesome in any aspect, but like if you start putting out content, people want to see like the Rocky Balboa growth. You know what I mean? Like you start from nothing and then you just like keep progressing, and people want to see that for sure. Just run away with the time.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Stream Key Podcast again. 2 days in a row. That's a new record, I think.
I think so.
Yeah? Anyway, this is our weekly podcast where we talk with Twitch streamers about ways to improve on the platform. Everything from branding to energy to tech to whatever. And this week, I'm excited to have Velok TV back on the show once again. He was on the very first episode, but he was also with Unreal Alexander from Epic Games. Mm-hmm. But this is your first solo episode, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
How you doing?
I am doing very great. For anybody that was in the stream before this, you guys know that I'm hype AF regardless. It's VELOKK_TV. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Thank you for spelling that out.
Yeah, just to make sure, because got to represent my own channel, am I right? So
of course,
CGYDB, the whole thing. You guys know.
Right. So yeah, I asked Velok to come on today, and we decided to talk about stream energy because he's probably one of the most energetic streamers that I know, just bar none. So that'd be a really cool topic. If you guys have questions about anything related to stream energy, streaming, or just memes in general, let us know, and we will take your questions later on in the show about 11:35 or so, both live from the conference here at Playthrough and then also online on Twitch as always. So if you have questions, just save those. But for now, let's get into the show, my man. Velok, can you just sort of give an overview of your channel to people who don't maybe not know you, just general, what you're all about?
Yeah, so my channel has been around for, I'd say, maybe 2 years, roughly, maybe a little bit more. I'm not sure. I don't really keep track of time that much. I just kind of go with it, and I just have fun as much as I can. And I take it seriously. Don't get me wrong. But I've been doing it for a while, roughly 2 years, and basically I just play whatever video game sounds fun. I mean, I'm trying to direct it more towards specific things, but I basically just try to bring a community of people, and we just try to have as much fun as possible, and that's my whole thing. Like, I'm not the most technologically informative streamer.
Yeah.
I don't know all the ins and outs of networking or anything, but what I do know for a fact
in my noggin
is that I will try to be as entertaining as possible 100% of the time.
Awesome, dude. He absolutely is entertaining. If you haven't seen him, go check him out. His channel link is right under here, I think. Somewhere just
VELOKK_TV.
There you go.
Say it as many times as I have to.
All right. So moving on. Speaking of that name,
okay,
where did you get the name VELOKK_TV? Where'd that come from?
I had a weird I knew I wanted to stream on Twitch, but my name, I've had so many different handles. I've had Patriot105, which makes a lot of sense if you guys watch my streams. I've had XDEVON105X, cringy, I know. I also had Subliminal Ninja, but that one, I loved that name.
Yeah.
But it's just so long. There's so many characters. I was like, I can't do that. So I started looking up different words in different languages on Google, and I found Velox, which is Swift or something like that in Latin or something. And so I was like, that's kind of cool. And I went with that, and I just kind of modified it to Velok, and that's really no exact meaning. I just it sounds cool. That's pretty much it.
So what does it mean in Latin?
It's Swift or something.
Swift.
Yeah, Swift
speedy.
Or rapid. Yeah.
Speedy memes.
Yeah, speedy memes. We're all about them speedy memes.
Oh, there you go. That's the history behind his name. I've always been kind of curious. Okay, so last question here that I ask everybody. What keeps you motivated to stream on Twitch? What do you love about it?
The people. Hands down, the people. I don't know if you guys you guys aren't here currently, but if I'm up there in the booth, I'm trying to get people to talk to me. Not that I'm eager about it or anything, but I just the interaction and everything is fantastic. But I used to have a huge issue with talking to people, and Twitch has just made it obviously you guys wouldn't think I have an issue with it now. I don't think. But when I was in school, I used to be super nervous. I was an introvert and everything, and Twitch has just helped me out so much in that aspect. It's insane. And now I that person right there, I'll make them turn around and talk to me right now, but I'm not going to because I don't want to be rude. But I love them. They don't know it, but I know it.
That's all that matters. So the people, though, is what you love about it.
For sure.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah. I get that answer a lot, and I think that's really just the best reason to do it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so let's get into the main discussion here, which again is stream energy, maintaining energy as a streamer. So, okay, in your opinion, can you tell us what your most hyped stream has been to date? If you have one in mind that you know was just like a bar above the rest, and what do you think made it so great?
Okay, so you know exactly the stream I'm going to be talking about, I'm pretty sure. So I had one stream, and it was just nuts. It was bananas. I call it the unicorn stream because like it's just like I was saying things, I'm like, what is, like, I'm spitting gold right now. You know what I mean? Like, and that doesn't really happen for a stream for me. Like, I'm never like, wow, I'm saying some funny stuff. But that stream, I was like, I can't even stop. It's insane. But like, so if you guys were to check out my channel, VELOKKA_TV, you watch my intro video and you will see the unicorn stream, and it's like even better than it was because this dude's editing is insane. So you guys check me out on YouTube, VELOKKA_TV. You guys check me out on YouTube. You can go watch that video. And it was just like this stream, and I think what made it super hype was like I had to be there by myself. Like we were talking about this a little bit. I had to be in this stream by myself. I wasn't playing with anybody. I was solo queuing in like squads, I think, or maybe just solo queuing in singles. I don't know. But I had to be there by myself. So I was like, I need to come up with stuff to say like right now because I don't have anything to go off of. And like it's something that I struggled with since I started streaming. And I cracked open a beer, I loosened up, and I was like, I'm gonna meme the F out right now. And I think like just the hunger of wanting to say something funny is what like gets me going every day. Like I want to say funny stuff, hands down.
Awesome. So what do you think was different from that stream than the others in particular? Like, do you think being playing the game by yourself made you want to be more energetic, or
it definitely makes you think more of how you're gonna do things. It makes you like process things. Like you need to be able, like if I'm playing a game with you or White or Dan or anything, like I can just like wait for them to say something, and you know I'll just be like, whenever they say something funny, I'll just respond to it. You know, that's totally cool. But like when it's you by yourself, it's like you're just constantly thinking of things to say. And so like there was no filter for me for that stream, which if you guys watch the video, you'll figure out real quick. So I was just like, I had to say things, and so whatever popped in my head, I would say it. Some of it wasn't great, but a lot of it I think was.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made my stream great, was just my brain was just kicking on full blast and just reactionary to things that were happening in the game or things that were just happening in my head.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I think most people probably play games, especially shooters like PUBG, with other people. So maybe they should try playing solo squads and see like what that can do for them.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to try at least playing solo, at least once or twice a week. Yeah, for sure.
And I think like some people like to play with others just because they think they're not that entertaining by themselves, but maybe if you can reach that point where you are more comfortable with it, then the better stuff comes out for the stream.
Right. And I just heard True Mama say I was wrong because she dies too soon. Let me just let you guys know, I am no professional at gaming, but what I will do is I will try to make you as entertained as possible. Yeah, I heard that. She's surprised that I heard it, but I heard it with my ears. So even if you're not good, you don't need to be good at a video game. You just have to be good at talking to people. That's it.
That's what streaming is all about. Absolutely. Okay, so moving on here. Let's talk about like things to help you have more energy. Do you have any routines, supplements like coffee or energy drinks, like tactics, doing push-ups or something that you think help you make you more energetic before a stream?
One thing I do, so I started doing my coffee streams again because I had to switch schedules around at work. So I'm doing my streams at 8:30 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time, VELOKKA_TV. Well, just kidding. I'll stop doing that. I'm not going to. Anyway, so I start my streams at 8:30, and so like what I do is like I'll start it. I'll put it on like I just have like a still image with my logo, and I'll play some music that just pumps me up. Like lately, it's been like 90s pop music, so a lot of Backstreet Boys, NSYNC and stuff, some R&B, because it just like that. Like it might not be the best for you, but for me, it's like that's what's gonna get me going for sure.
Yeah.
And then so I do that, and after I play about 2 songs, like I know I'm hyped up, what I'll do is I'll put on my intro video, the one that you edited for me, and so I can't hear that. And so what I do is that then I do all my Instagram, Twitter posts, everything, and I get on Snapchat. I try to get as hyped as I can on Snapchat. I'll be like, "What's up, everybody? We're about to start streaming," and like I'll do like a woo really loud or something like that, and just like I do whatever I can to like get myself pumped up to make me think that they're pumped up for the stream. You know what I mean? Because if you're not pumped up for your stream, why are they gonna be?
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah, exactly. So you need to like just put out like this energy that you know that you're excited, so it'll get them excited, and then it's just like it'll just shoot out.
It's a snowball, right?
Pretty much. It's insane.
That's awesome. So the takeaways I have are coffee most of the time, and loud 90s music.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not playing 90s R&B or pop, you're doing something wrong.
I love it. So definitely try it out if you guys want more energy. Go listen to some Backstreet Boys before you go live, I guess.
All day.
That's awesome. Okay, moving on here. So in terms of energy, again, are there any streamers that you look to for inspiration as an energetic streamer that you take lessons from, or again, inspiration?
Tim the Tatman. That's just like, I didn't really watch too much Twitch back in the day, but I was working a really crappy job with really crappy hours, and so I hopped on one morning because I wasn't able to fall back asleep because I worked third shift. So I got back home at like 6, and I wasn't able to fall asleep. It was like 9 or 10, and Tim the Tatman started streaming. I'm like, I'll check him out, and so I checked him out, and he was just a regular dude. He's good at video games because he's had people carry him to higher levels, you know. But like, he was just a dude, and he was just entertaining, and he was just funny, and he interacted with chat. I'm like, that, like, I think I could do that eventually. Like, I might not ever be as good as he is or anything, but I think there's something there for me to be able to do, and I really want to be able to talk to people because I had no social life.
Right.
You know, I'm working like 40, 50 plus hours a week minimum, and then I also have to hang out with my girlfriend. I'm hanging out with my girlfriend and everything, you know, and like, but I got to see her maybe 4 hours a week because of the weird schedule I was having, and so I just needed some interaction with some other people, so I just booted up my PC, started playing Counter-Strike. Cringy game, I know, and I was just like, I just went at it. I just did it. I knew it wasn't gonna be a quality stream. I knew like I wasn't gonna have the cleanest setup or anything, but I knew I just needed to start putting out content right then and there, and that's what I did.
Awesome, dude. So Tim the Tatman. Anybody else that, in terms of energy in particular, inspires you or anything?
There's a couple other streamers that I've seen lately. Nothing really that's like inspired me per se. Like nothing really that like I could say like inspired me to do it in the first place. Like Tim the Tatman is definitely like, he was the only streamer I watched and subbed to for a long time, and it's definitely an inspiration for sure.
Okay,
definitely
awesome.
Tim the Tatman.
I love Tim. He's a great streamer. Definitely check him out if you're into Overwatch in particular. Okay, moving on here. So, tell us about one of your least energetic streams where you didn't have a lot of energy. What do you think you could have done better, and just what are your reflections on that overall, if you have one in mind maybe?
I can't think of one exact stream that I think just went badly for me, like that I just like was tired. But there's definitely streams that I've had where I'm just like, I'm not feeling it today. And like, there's definitely things I could have done better. That was definitely before I started playing the music before my stream. I definitely could have just made myself a cup of coffee, and like having the social media aspect in my streams now and everything, like getting myself pumped up on Snapchat, like that, like even if I'm not pumped up, like I'll put something on Snapchat to make like people think that I am, and then that gets me hyped up. You know what I mean? Like if I think people are excited for me, that's what gets me going. You know what I mean? Like I need that. So like if you go into a stream and you know you're just like, man, no one's gonna be here, or no, like people just, you know, nobody likes me. No, like you're not gonna have fun. That's just like, that's how life works too. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to give you life lessons with Vel or anything, but that's just how things work. You know, if you just need to make sure that other people are interested in you, and believe me, they are for sure.
Yeah. So you're really motivated by other people responding to the stream, right?
No, for sure. Yeah. For sure.
That's cool. No, I think that you have to understand like what your energy source is as a streamer, because I think I'm kind of less that way as a streamer, whereas I'm more motivated to stream sort of like not selfishly for myself, but like I just love the process of improving myself as a streamer, whereas it sounds like you just really love just interacting with people, and like they're the ones that make you want to do the stream
for sure. First place. For sure.
That's cool. It's I think people should really think about. Maybe just anything that you've learned for your stream over time, anything that you've used to help improve the energy of your streams. Like are there any streams you've had where like you thought, okay, I can't do this anymore, like I have to stop doing that, anything like that?
That's a tough one. I haven't actually thought of this question. So anything that would make my stream like not as good as the other one, like something I would want to do in the future because it made the streams
like something you noticed that wasn't working, so you changed it. Like maybe it could be a game that you just didn't feel like you had energy in, or a time that like, you know, you didn't see any energy in yourself or in your chat, that you shifted times.
I feel like I can always be energetic at a certain time for a stream. Like that doesn't really bother me at all. Specific games, I guess, you know, some of them, like if it's like an independent game, or like if it's just like a super heavily based story game that doesn't necessarily have any, what's up, White Shadow, that doesn't have any like crazy stuff going on, you know, like if it's just like a really slow pace, I won't do that. If I'm playing multiplayer games, like I don't play with specific people sometimes, just because, you know, like if you know, there's
like we were
certain
saying,
people
right?
don't click. You know what I mean? Certain people just don't click, and that's fine. Like, it doesn't make me dislike that person or anything. It just, it's one of those things where, like, if it doesn't click on stream, I'm not gonna do it. You know?
I get that.
I'm trying to make sure I'm entertaining, and if I know I'm not gonna be, I need to back off from that.
Yeah,
for sure.
no, I definitely get that. I think people have to really think about what is entertaining to a stream, too,
sure.
right? Not just themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
For sure.
sweet. Okay, so how do you maintain energy as a very small streamer? So someone who's just starting a stream, let's say, like, because you mentioned that you respond really well to a chat and having people who are excited to see you. How do you think people can have energy as a brand new streamer with, like, 1 to 2 viewers in the chat, maybe no one in the chat to start with? What are your tips on that?
Hunger. Like,
Explain.
Okay, so, like, if you want to be a streamer and, like, you want it to grow to something else but you don't have anything, that's the grind right there. So, like, tackle it, take it, and just, like, make it yours and do whatever you can to do that. And, like, just, like, that's, because you're gonna, like, if you make it to the top one day, you're gonna look back and, like, those were the days where, like, man, like, that was just awesome. Like, that was the grind, that was the hustle or whatever, you know what I mean? So, like, that right there is just awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I try to, like, appreciate every day, because, like, if I ever do have to make it big, I'm not saying I'm going to, but if I ever do, like, I'm gonna miss that, like, constant urge to want to, like, better myself. You know what I mean? Because if you made it, you made it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you're not there, you're just constantly trying to work at it.
100%. So
100%.
you're saying rather than being motivated by people already in your stream, when you're starting, you can be motivated by that challenge and that like excitement of the grind,
of the possibilities and, like, the things that you have to do to make things work. Like, you're like like, I know for a fact Tim the Tab Man probably looks back on his streams and is like, man, those were the days. You know what I mean? Like, it's like those, like, if you ever have a bad story in your life but you have people there with you to share it with, it's like, man, that was cool.
Yeah, I think it's something people don't really think about as much. Is, they're so excited, like, even myself included, to get to, like, the higher point that sometimes you kind of lose sight of where you already are and how great that can be too.
For sure.
So that's a really cool point I hadn't thought of. Do you think, like, it's sustainable for people to stay motivated with that as a small streamer when it takes a while, right, to get past that initial couple of viewers at least into, like, a solid base? So do you think people can stay motivated? Like, would you be able to stay motivated with that?
I've definitely struggled with motivation for streaming before. There's, like, you're going to struggle. Nobody's not going to struggle with it. You know what I mean? Like, there's always going to be an issue. There's always hurdles to go over. But at the end of the day, like, if you want to make something what you do, you just have to do that thing. Like, I'm going to do a Gary Vee plug real quick. And one of the things that I kind of, like, gather from him is, like, you don't make it to the 1% by doing what 99% of people do.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
why am I going to sit here and watch Netflix? Like, man, I don't want to stream today. I'm not motivated to do it. Why don't I just go do it? Even if I don't want to, why don't I just go do it? I'll hype myself up. I'll worry about, being motivated to do it later. Let's just get it done right now.
Right. So, like, the long-term success over the short term.
Just suck it up for a little bit to have fun for a lot.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay, moving on. So, what sort of mistakes do you see others or yourself making when it comes to stream energy? What kind of advice would you give people looking to just bring up their energy overall as a streamer?
Like tips to bring up energy?
Yeah, it could be like games to play. It could be like you said, like maybe drink coffee or something, or just ways you think that are easy for people to just bring more energy to the stream. If maybe, like, I think I kind of consider myself less of an energetic streamer. So what are some ways that, like, me or other people could just easily bring more energy to a stream?
Play games that freak you out. Like, I hate playing scary games, but I know, like, if I'm playing a single player game, I need to have something that I can react to. So I have a huge fear of being in the open ocean, and I have a huge fear of, like, darkness and all that stuff, and Subnautica has all of it.
Oh my gosh.
And Subnautica just freaks me out. And, like, so I know I'm going to have some, like, good reactions for Subnautica. Like, I know, like, I don't want to go outside at nighttime and go swim around looking for freaking fish to eat. Like, I'd rather stay inside where it's, like, cozy. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm going to, like, I know I have to eventually see something that I don't want to see. So I'm kind of forcing myself to do it. I'm not going to go out and play Outlast 2. I don't want my viewers to think that I'm doing some crazy stuff. Easy, okay? But I'll play something that I know I can react to, something that I know is something that I might not be comfortable with. Because if you're always staying within your comfort zones, you're never going to progress.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I mean, that's an easy one that I hadn't thought of, but if you're gonna get scared naturally, then the stream sees that too, right?
Yeah, and they'll eat it up. I guarantee it. No matter who you are, they will eat it up.
I really haven't seen a chat that doesn't like their streamer playing horror games. So.
And the thing is, like with Subnautica, is a lot of people don't want to play that game because they do have that fear. So they'd rather watch somebody else suffer.
That's true.
Exactly.
And like go through it with someone else too, right? Interesting. That's a good point. Okay, so last big kind of question here, and this is a pretty big one. So you've kind of established yourself as a high energy streamer, right?
Okay.
That's part of your brand.
Yeah, I would say so.
Do you think at this point it's pretty essential that you always have energetic streams to your brand? Like, is that a challenge for you at all? Like, maybe it's not a challenge.
Not really.
Right, but okay, let's say for other people who want to be high energy but aren't naturally, do you think like you just, once you establish that you have to keep the high energy throughout your streams to keep your brand consistent?
I would say so. I mean, it's like your personal brand, you know what I mean? Like if I change up my whole attitude, people are gonna be like, that's not even Velok anymore. That's just some dude who comes here and he just chills and he just like, I don't know, does whatever. But like it's basically like if you were to change your name, that's not gonna be good for your branding.
Right.
If you change your streaming style, it's not gonna be good for your branding. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
So,
no,
yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So again, since you've sort of established yourself as a high energy streamer, then how do you convey that on things like social media, like Instagram, Twitter?
That is actually a tough one, but like the best thing I can do is like I'll take a picture of myself where like I just think I look motivated and super hyped up. Like I have one of me like, you know, Falcon punching or whatever. I'm just like rah or whatever, and like something that makes people think like, man, this dude's about to just go off in this stream. Something that like, you know, I could always post a picture of me smiling like, hey, I'm about to go live, and then people are like, that dude's a nerd. You know what I mean? But like you do something where like that, like it gets them pumped up just from the 2 seconds of looking at the picture. That'll hopefully bring people in. It's really hard to bring people in from social media in the first place. There's a lot of like bots and stuff like that just like will like a page just because you put a hashtag in there. But like anything you can do to try to look more hype and just to hype you up mentally, do that.
And that ties in with your brand on Twitch too, right?
For sure.
Awesome. Cool. That's a pretty good overall discussion. This is, again, the last question I ask everybody. If you could give one piece of advice to a brand new Twitch streamer about anything, could be energy, could be tech, could be how to eat food on stream, what would you tell them?
Put out content. Just do it. Because you don't need a perfect quality stream. It doesn't need to be awesome in any aspect. But like if you start putting out content, people want to see like the Rocky Balboa growth. You know what I mean? Like you start from nothing and then you just keep progressing, and people want to see that for sure.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Just put out content. Don't wait for something to come around like where like, oh, I need a better setup. Like, oh, I don't have any overlays. Just do it. You have to.
And don't feel like you have to delete the old content either, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I know some people who do that. So yeah, I like that a lot. Sweet. So anything else you want to tell people before we get into Q&A here about your stream? Memes.
Just memes. VELOKK_TV CGYDB. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Pretty much sums it up there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll get into the live viewer Q&A now, guys. So whether you're in the Twitch chat or here with us live at Playthrough 2018, we would love to have a question from you for Velok or myself about anything. It could be about streaming energy or streaming in general. It could be about TRUgaming. Any questions you guys have, we'd love to answer. So if you have a question, just tag at GreenChord in the chat, and I will see that right after I pull up the TRUgaming channel here. But yeah, just let us know, and we'll get to you guys. I sort of have a question for Velok while I wait for that. So do you have any sort of exciting event streams planned for 2018 that you're going to bring a lot of energy to?
That's definitely something I need to work on, is having events. But I have some ideas. I just haven't solidified them yet currently. Just stay tuned, Velokians.
Awesome. Okay, so I see one from GamerDadNC, who was here yesterday. Awesome guy.
Very cool.
Said, GreenChord and TRUgaming, have you ever hit a wall during your stream when you just ran out of energy? How'd you handle it, and did you end the stream early, or did you hype it back up?
Hype it back up, because people don't want to see you end your stream early. Hype it back up. Do whatever you can. Like take a quick break, go to the bathroom, splash some water in your face, make some coffee, do what you can, listen to some music like I was saying earlier. Go listen to Everybody by Backstreet Boys right now.
There you go.
Exactly. Do whatever you have to do. Don't end your stream early. Not the best look, so just, you know, like if people want you for like the amount of time that you tell them, so do that.
Yeah. Are there any like examples of streams where you feel like you've had to do that? Where you
for sure. And like there has been times where I did end my stream early, and I was like, man, that was a mistake. It was just hands down a mistake. But you know, you just have to step out. You just have to do whatever you can. Be like, all right, guys, just give me 1 second. I'll just leave it on the chair cam for a second, and I'm just gonna go like take my dog outside, get some fresh air. You know, I'll like rough around with my dog a little bit and just do whatever I can to get my blood pumping back up, because you do sit down a lot. I mean, that's streaming, is sitting down. So do whatever you can, get your blood moving, do some push-ups. I don't do push-ups. I
actually did that the other day,
I did
too.
push-ups for like, are you kidding me? You know I was in the Army, right? I used to do push-ups for America all the time.
All right, so I see a question from Driz TV, another
Okay.
responsive streamer. Said, so what can you recommend for laid back or chill streamers like myself?
I think that, like, as long as music motivates you, I think, like, literally, I think music is a huge deal. At least for me, it is. Like, you need to play. Like, don't go, like, some EDM is cool, but, like, don't do, like, the chill house step or anything like that. Like, you know, like, chill music it's chill music. If you want people to be pumped up in your channel, you need to play something that gets you pumped up. And Dan the Dapper, it's not like that comment at all. But you have to listen to something that literally gets you pumped up, not something that you can just like jam out to or whatever, but something that like it gets you moving, like you want to start like dancing. Like I've been dancing all day because I got music stuck in my head, you know. So I'm just like over there. There's no music, but I look like a crazy person. But people like are like, man, that guy over there is energetic. You know what I mean? Like he has energy. Let's go talk to him. He seems cool or whatever. Maybe probably not. But
Right.
do whatever you can, man. Like just like if there's something that in your life that gets you pumped up, do that. Just do it.
Right. Mostly music is what I hear.
Mostly music for sure. Like music is huge. Like if music doesn't get you motivated, there's plenty of other things. Drink some coffee, go outside, get some fresh air, splash water in your face. There's a bunch of different things that you could do, or just like put out a Snapchat to your viewers of you just like pumping yourself up. You know, just like just literally just get Snapchat out and just go woo really really loud and like just go crazy, and then I guarantee you that'll pump you up. I guarantee it.
Nice. That's awesome, dude. Hopefully that helped you out, Driz, and anybody else who's a chill streamer like myself. Okay, moving on here. I see one from Reppin' Knight. He says, Velok, do you shoutcast games? Because I think you would do a fantastic job.
I do not, because I think I go off in tangents on me trying to be funny more than I do trying to be an actual, more than... Shut up, Pins. I think my mind races in other ways. Like I can't like fully focus on like what's going on in a video game all the time. You know what I mean? Like that's what happens on stream a lot. Is I'll think of something and then like I'm distracted and then I'll just get shot in the head.
Right.
You know. So like shoutcasting, it would be cool if I could focus a little bit more. But like my mind is just racing, especially like right now. Like if you guys can tell, I'm just like over here, just like like Green, keep talking, man. You're good.
All right. So we actually have a live question from Firemaker, who's here at the conference with us.
My dude.
See what question he has for Velok here or myself. I don't know.
I can't hear the mic.
Turn on the power phantom. The phantom powers. It's in the setup under the audio. There's a plus 48 volts thing. Yeah, it should do it. And just turn it up. Move it up and down a lot. It's weird. That's the gain. Sometimes like it thinks it's off, but it's not off. Oh,
Hello?
there it is. See?
So, how do you go about setting up like a schedule to stream, like setting around work or school or other things like that? Is it better to try to stream at the same time every day, or just it doesn't matter what time, just get in sometime at the day?
That's a really good question. It's something that I didn't really realize for a while, but definitely like if you can't stream until a certain time consistently every day, like for me, I know I can start my stream at, you know, or at least I used to be able to with my previous workshop. Like now I can start my stream at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day, Monday through Friday, and I know that I might not always be able to end it at the same time, but that start time is huge because people like will go like they'll start going to your channel because they know that you're about to go live. They're gonna be waiting in your chat already. You know what I mean? And then like that's huge. It's absolutely huge. You have to have at least a consistent start time. And if I were you, I'd try to do it same time Monday through Friday if you can. If you can't, like make sure that you communicate that, but make sure every day, like say Monday you're starting at 10, Tuesday you're starting at 3 or something. Make sure every Monday you're starting at 10, every Tuesday you're starting at 3. For sure. Start times are huge.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Hopefully that was helpful for Firemaker. Thanks for the question, man. Okay, moving on here. I think I missed a few here. So, okay, from Atreides, hopefully I said that right.
Oh, Jack, what's up, my dude?
He said, do you have recommendations for people looking to get into streaming overall? Just generally people getting into streaming, I
Put
guess.
out content. Put out content, and put out content, and put out content. Yeah, literally just do it like Nike. You don't even need a camera if you don't want to at first. I recommend a camera for sure, like eventually. But if you don't have a camera yet, just start putting it out. And then your viewers will be like, oh, you have a camera today. And then they're going to see that you're working to progress your stream. Put out content.
So just do it.
Just do it. Just do it like Nike.
I see another one from Tim Tima. Love Tim. Says, Veli, what's your least favorite meme?
My least favorite meme.
Are there any memes you don't like?
Any memes that I don't like? Yeah. Every meme has its place, okay? All memes matter.
All memes matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Meme lives matter.
Meme lives matter.
Should be careful. All right. Abort. Okay. Okay, I think that is all the questions so far we have in chat. Again, if you guys have a question for me or Veli about anything, just tag at GreenChord in the chat so I'll see it. I see one from Esh. Shout out to Esh.
What's up, my dude?
It says, Velok, would you recommend trying to stream more on your own or still try to stream with friends as well?
You can definitely do the two. I think there's a spot for both of them in your schedule, whoever you are, not just you, Esh, because I know your schedule and everything. You definitely need to split it up. You definitely need to try to brand yourself as a solo streamer. But you also, I think, streaming with friends just brings a different kind of experience for the viewers. And like if you connect with them on a good level on the stream, it definitely brings something worth watching.
Yeah, I think finding the balance is pretty important.
Exactly.
We've actually been talking about that with Velok himself. So it's a balance for sure. If you want to grow as your own person, but then also have fun at the same time.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's really good advice. Okay, I see one from Bubblegum, our good new friend Bubblegum. Hi,
Okay.
Bubblegum. She says, any advice for girl streamer?
Put out content.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
Yeah. Literally, like the biggest thing you could do is like you just start putting out content. You don't need you don't need to be like, well, okay, what's my brand gonna be? What is anything gonna be like? You just start doing it, and you can figure that out later. And people like your chat or whatever will help you decide how your thing is gonna grow. And if you're comfortable with it, just do that. You know what I mean? Like it's just how it's gonna work, you know. Like you might not be able to know exactly, like you're not gonna know what your branding is right off the bat. I started streaming. I'm like, am I gonna be like a Counter-Strike player? Am I gonna be funny?
A Viking thing?
Yeah, I did a Viking thing for a little bit. Like I changed it up. I'm still thinking about changing it up again. Like my mind is always racing with like what my stream is gonna be like. So just start putting out content and just let your stream grow with you.
So she has another question to kind of add to that.
Yeah.
What do you do when you continuously get trolls?
Embrace it. Embrace the trolls, or you get moderators in there to ban that troll. Like I had a dude saying some really messed up stuff one day. I'm just like, this dude clearly doesn't have a life. Someone get him out of here. You know what I mean? Just get him out of here. Get him out. But embrace it. People are on the internet, like they're gonna be mean, like they're gonna be stupid, and you're gonna have trolls. There's no way. Like you can't do anything about it. So don't give them the reaction that they want. You know what I mean? You just can't.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it online. You just be like, okay, you're cool, ban him, or just let him do his thing for a little bit until he, tires himself out, or themselves. It doesn't have to be a him.
Yeah, that's a good way. I think there's a lot of different ways to deal with trolls, but that's a pretty good summarization.
Yeah, that one guy's an asshole. I'll say that right
Bubblegum,
now.
thank you for the question. Hopefully that helped you. I see another one from Firemaker, to me actually. It says, Green, you're more of a techie. What tools would you suggest for new streamers looking for bots and other streaming tools? So honestly, I think people overuse bots as a whole. I see a lot of channels that when I'm reviewing sponsorship applications, just have all these bots in the channel, and they don't really add a ton to the channel. Like I think there's some use to have like at least one bot in the channel. Just be careful not to make it spam stuff, because I've seen way too many streams where the entire chat is just Nightbot messages like, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Snap Twitch or whatever. Yeah.
Snap Twitch.
Basically, I just think people overuse bots. There can be a place for them. I'm personally not a big fan of there's some bots out there that will do like chat mini games, things like that. I don't think that really adds much to the stream on my end. I know some people play that stuff up a lot. That's just not my preference, I guess. I'd say if anything, just start with Nightbot. It's very simple to use. You can use it for simple commands, and you can make it really unobtrusive. So just something people can add when they want to. You can look at the Streamlabs bot if you want to. I haven't actually played around with it a lot, but my overall opinion is just keep bots to a minimum overall.
For sure. I see we missed a question earlier. I just
yeah?
scroll up a little bit. Dan the Dapper, actually, my dude Dan, says, how do you best handle when the game you are streaming requires intense concentration and makes it hard to have high energy? Are there appropriate times to dip in energy levels? So with this, like, for one, I try to stay away from games that require too much attention for me. But at the same time, there is ways to do it. Like, it's like, if like I'm assuming, like, say you're playing Dark Souls, you know, like that game does require some attention, but at the same time, there's things going on in that game that you can react to, and you can try to make memes out of. You know what I mean? Like that you can try to like be like just react to things verbally. Just do what you can. But yeah, so like for me, I try to stay away from them just because like I'm trying to put more of my attention just towards reacting to stuff, not so much on gameplay. But there's definitely ways to do it, and I think that's probably the best and easiest way.
It's just picking the games carefully, right?
Picking the games carefully and just reacting to things as best as you can. Because there's a lot of stuff that is happening in Dark Souls.
Yeah.
It's just not the easiest stuff to pick out, like, say, like something jumping out and scaring you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, say you're, like, losing a fight really badly and, you know, something happens and it's just like you weren't expecting it. Just react to that.
Yeah, that's true. So you can be very energetic as a streamer and with chat without always having to interact with chat. Like, you know, I play a lot of League of Legends, Overwatch, and those are games that, like, you really, like, in high intense moments you can't focus on the chat just if you want to perform at a good level. So but you can be very reactive and forgetting the word, like just very emotional and display a lot of response to what's going on people, and that is an energetic thing in itself.
For sure. You can even just comment on the gameplay. Like, you don't have to react in a funny way. You can just talk about what you're doing, just try to bring energy to it.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with
Just
that.
be hype about it.
Hopefully that helped you, Dan the man.
He says good answer. Yes.
Anybody else has any questions, let us know.
Some questions.
Oh, we have a viewer Q&A, it looks like. Awesome. We're here from Playthrough. What's up, man? How's it going? Okay.
I don't think it is.
Just real quick, let us know what your Twitch name is, or just your gamer name if you have one at all.
I go by Soyvelin on Discord, and
We can't hear it.
I'm sorry?
I go by Soyvelin on Discord, and I make Discord bots. Or I'm working on a Discord bot. So I was wondering if what you thought was a good opinion on what makes a good bot versus a bad bot.
For Discord in particular?
Yes, for Discord. In
Interesting. So basically, what makes a good bot versus a bad bot in Discord? This one's tricky. We have our Discord server we had for about 2 years. We've only used about 3 bots total. We have one main bot that does everything, which is Me6. That's a great bot just because it's very easy to plug and play. There's no backend required. It does all our level system. Our role assignment is a new thing we added. Kind of complicated. I would say if you're starting a Discord and looking for a simple bot, Me6 is great. It does most of what you need: role assignment, rewards, levels, things like that. If you want to get more complicated, I think the best one I've seen and that we use is NadikoBot. It's kind of complicated to set up though, because it involves you have to host it on a server somewhere, and then you have to configure how you want it to work. So it's worked out really well for us now that we have it running, but I mean, we went like 2 years without having that on there and it was still fine. So go ahead. So, okay, the question is, when we're picking bots, how do we choose which ones to pick over others? So, it's kind of a tough question because, again, we haven't picked a lot of bots just because I like to keep as little bots in the server as possible. I think that's the big key. Same thing with chat, with Twitch. I just am not a fan of bots because I don't think it adds anything too much. The biggest thing I look at first is just ease of access. So I like Me6 because it's all online. There's no downloading. It's just there's a dashboard that's very easy to understand, and it's very quick to just change things on the fly. I change our little stats most days when I'm smart about it, but it takes me 2 seconds to do. Other than that, I think just figuring out what the server really needs. Like, we got NadikoBot because I really wanted to wait for people to give themselves roles in a Discord without us having to do it manually. And I looked at all the bot options, and Nadiko was the one that was sort of like the highest rated from people and seems like the most powerful bot that could do everything at once. Because again, I want to have as little in the server as possible. So Nadiko does almost everything we need it to without having to add like a lot of little bots to do one thing at a time. Does that make sense? Okay. Does that answer your question? Anything else? Sweet. Awesome. Thanks for the question, man. Awesome, man. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Let us know if you want to test that, because I'm always interested in looking at that.
It's an automatic partnership bot for people who do partnerships with their Discords. And
I can't hear him at all.
Is it on? Yeah, it's on.
I can barely hear it. I don't know.
I'm making a partner bot for a bot that automatically does partnerships with 15 Discords. And right now it's a bit broken because it hits a rate limit. They're trying to send too many requests to the gateway.
Interesting.
So, but I'm thinking, I'm trying to make it easier for people who are trying to set it up to make it as least intrusive as possible. So it's not, you set it up once and it's supposed to be able to run and not give you any issues, but it's been having issues.
Work in process, basically.
Yes, it's a work in process.
Gotcha. That's understandable. I mean, I'm sure all bots are that way, but it just takes time, and I'm excited to see what it turns out to be, so let us know for sure. Awesome, man. Thanks for the questions. It was great to meet you. I haven't even looked at the chat here.
Yeah, one from Inkwell.
Oh, White Chat has a question for us.
Am I on? Is this thing on? Yeah, it's
we
on.
can hear you.
Okay. So this is more towards Malak. Okay. So how can a streamer like myself or Pims incorporate hype in our chat? Because we're more chill streamers, right? How can we incorporate hype in our chat to kind of elevate our stream a little bit more, but still maintain that chill stream vibe? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you don't have to be humorous with what you do. Like if you're trying to get that chill feel, you don't need to be humorous when you stream. Like you don't need to be the funny guy or anything, but just like when you say things, just project it. Like just like say it with your chest. You know what I mean? Like you just say things. Like you just be hype about it. Just be energetic when you say things, and like that right there is energy. Like that right there, like we'll just project energy. And like you don't need to be, like I said, you don't need to be funny, you don't need to try to do anything like that if you don't want to, but there's ways to be chill but energetic at the same time for sure.
So kind of like if I was playing Halo, for instance, like we were doing yesterday, if something big happens, just go crazy on camera.
Yeah, you can definitely do that, or you can just be like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I got to do this, and like if you talk, like you can talk fast. You know what I mean? So if you talk fast, like that's another thing to get people's minds racing. That'll get them energized. Like then they'll want to know like what's gonna happen next. And then like if you like freak out and you like get the kill or whatever, like oh my god I just got it, and then everybody else is like freaking out in your chat. Like you know, like you don't have to be funny. You just have to.
And energy.
Bring the
You
hype.
just had to
Freaking
boost
energy.
up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, memes. Just bring the memes.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for the question, White Chat.
Yeah, seriously.
Awesome. I see one from Inkwell Family Gaming. Sounds like a family, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
They say, I feel like I'm streaming the wrong category. I'm definitely a gamer, but I end up getting way too involved in chat. I almost feel like an IRL streamer that plays games. Any advice on how I might bring more balance to my stream? Yeah.
Okay. So
Just throw it to you.
yeah. Okay. All right. So I mean, it's definitely something you need to get used to for sure. You just got to do it. You just got to like play your game. I don't know if you're using a controller or a keyboard, but you just have to get used to like looking back and forth. Like when I was like even smaller than I am now, and I had 5 viewers or whatever, I was like, man, I can't do this, but or whatever. So it takes practice. It definitely does. Like you don't need to be an IRL streamer if you don't want to. If you want to play games and talk to chat a lot, there's definitely ways to do that. It just takes practice, man. Just make sure when you are playing a game that you're not just like your character's not just standing there and you're just like staring at chat, because some people are there to see gameplay, and most people are there to see you like talk to them. But there's a balance that you need there for sure, and you practice and you get better at it for sure.
Awesome. Hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Family Gaming, thank you for the question again. If anybody has more questions about streaming, please let us know. We'll be here for a couple more minutes here. Pims has a question for us. Okay.
So
Can you turn that up at all? Because we really can't hear it very well.
it's.
There we go.
Fine with it? Okay, that's better. Yeah, it's like
Like closer, even
like
yeah, right
this?
there.
I'll just
Yeah.
talk like this.
Yeah.
So you talk about people just put out content. What kind of advice can you give to people who are struggling with confidence to put out that content?
That lack confidence to put out the content.
Yeah.
To put it out anyway. Yeah, I mean, you can't let. I mean, if you're trying to do something, don't let yourself stop you. You're like then like eventually you're just gonna be like, man, what if I did that? I mean, if you're trying to better yourself, you have to better yourself. And if you're trying to do something that like scares you, you just have to do it. It just you have to like if you want to be a streamer, stream. Nobody's
Right.
stopping you but yourself, for sure. I'm not trying to be like the motivational
No,
belly
I
or
get that.
anything.
I mean-
but like that's like if you want the real answers, I like that's what I'm here for. Like you just do it. You just do it. Nike.
No, I think you're right though. It's like, I mean, that's the kind of question that's like no one can really answer it for you.
Right.
It's like, you know, because no one else is holding you back from doing it. It's only
Exactly.
yourself. So,
Mhm.
I mean, we can sit here and tell you to like, I don't know, drink more coffee or something. But at the end of the day, it's like you just have to make that choice. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Like I'm gonna go full force at this, and I'm not gonna be scared anymore. That's something no one else can give you but yourself.
Right, exactly.
So-
You just need to not worry about what other people think, because there's going to be trolls online, but at the same time, the internet is like one of the most accepting communities you could ever be in. I mean, it has trolls, but it has the nicest people you'll ever meet as well. So just go out there and meet some cool people. That's what you're trying to do anyway.
Absolutely. Awesome. I think that's most questions so far. So
Don't let
we're
your
starting to
stream
wrap it
speak.
up here, but we got a couple more minutes if anybody has any last minute questions.
Oh my God, it sure is.
Really quick, dude, where can people find you for your channel?
Oh
and
man, there's
everything
this
else?
weird spot in the weird corner of the internet. It's called twitch.tv/VELOKK_TV. It's a little weird. Takes a minute to get there sometimes, but if you find it, you're in the right spot. You'll know. Random typos in the chat, yeah, for sure. Yeah, but you'll know when you get there. You'll know.
You'll know. Awesome. And is that the same on Instagram and Twitter and stuff too?
Instagram is I am Velok. Velok spelled the exact same. Twitter is the VELOKK_TV. Snapchat
else?
is for subscribers. So
No access.
no access. Denied.
Oh boy. Cool. Well, if anybody has any last minute questions, let me know. But that's pretty much the end of the show. This will be debuting, I think, next week, probably a week from this coming Monday, because we did put White Shadow's episode up on Tuesday. So
snap.
they got a nice little bank episodes going here. But you'll be able to see it. I'll share it out on iTunes, the Player FM, Anchor, everything else. You guys get links.
All right.
So you can re-listen to it. I'm curious to see what it sounds like on the show floor.
Yeah, I'm
in the
excited.
recording. So
Yeah.
that should be cool. Cool. Well, if anybody has no other questions, then I guess that's it for the show, guys. Thank you for coming out and watching, and hope you learned something valuable from my man Veli here. We'll still be here all day, streaming until 6 p.m. tonight. I think we are going to set up for our game streamings next, and I'm not sure who's first. Maybe Pims is first. I don't. Somebody's first playing PUBG, I think, or Overwatch or
Who's
something.
one poetic
We're gonna
gamer?
set that stuff up. You guys, we're gonna keep the stream up so you can see all the behind the scenes stuff in the meantime. But thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Adios.
Oh my God.
I am Velok, and I'm here to slay you, you piece of shit. You.